Welcome to the channel. We're Eric and Amanda, and we quit our jobs and left everything we knew behind to travel the world.
We're bringing you daily videos, so if you want to join in, make sure you subscribe and share with your friends.
Today we're at Cape Egmont to see a lighthouse.
The funny thing is, when I selected this place, I didn't realize it was on private property, so we're gonna have to sneak our way around the property to get the pictures that we want.
Let's go check it out. As you can see behind me, there is a small patch of blue skies. What we want that to do is just come and drape over the rest of the North Island of New Zealand. Or else we're gonna have a day that's a lot like yesterday, a lot of rain, and not as many lookouts. So hopefully that clears up so we can go see a bunch of stuff. We are going to be heading back to our friend's house just south of Auckland, and on the way we have about 8 to 10 places that we want to try to go to. We don't know if we'll be able to make it to all of them, but we're definitely going to try.
We drove up a little bit closer to the lighthouse to see if there's an entrance, because we're not sure if we're allowed to go in or not. There is a sign that says no dogs and no alcohol, and
we don't have either, so I think we're good to go.
Let's check it out. Up here to Cape Egmont Lighthouse, and this lighthouse is way bigger than the one we saw in Port Fairy. The cool thing about this lighthouse is it flashes every 8 seconds, and it can be seen from 19 nautical miles away, and it's made out of cast iron.
Amanda was trying to get the perfect picture.
No. Listen, I thought I was stepping on a little boulder because I was walking in the grass to get a picture. Nope, it wasn't a boulder. As soon as my foot landed in it, it was squishy.
Ew, that is so thick.
And the one funny thing about these shoes is they're open-toed, so it'll be seeping into my socks in 5 seconds.
There's a tip for you. If you're walking through a cow field, watch where you step.
Drove all the way up here to Mount Taranaki.
The point of this trip is to try to go to a place called the Wilkie's Pools. I have not seen a sign for it anywhere on this drive, so I have no clue if it's actually here. But there is a sign for it, Dawson's Falls, so I think we're gonna try to find that.
And the mountain is so incredible.
This is a lone mountain. Think of Lonely Mountain in Lord of the Rings, how it's just one peak and there's nothing else around. That is exactly what this place is like.
And the drive up here, we just kept wanting to get closer and closer and closer. And now that we're at like the base, it is really incredible.
Yeah, you can kind of see it up here. There's a lot of clouds at the peak though, so it's hard to tell. But they have a bunch of snow up there too. There's snow in New Zealand.
We are just happy and thankful that it's not raining, because yesterday was a little bit crazy, but today we're just gonna take what we can get.
We just found out that we've got an hour hike to the Dawson Falls, so we've got a pretty good trek to do. We're pretty far south, and we're gonna have to drive all the way up to our friend Jason's house. I think we're gonna be getting in pretty late because we have some other stops along the way. I've lost Amanda on the mountain. We both keep stopping to take shots of beautiful things. This place is just incredible. And I haven't seen her for a while. I think she's ahead of me, so I'm gonna keep pushing on through. There's only one place that we can go. We're going to Wilkie's pool, so she shouldn't get lost. We have finally made it to Wilkie's pools.
This is one of those places that you just have to be here to really appreciate the beauty of New Zealand.
What I think is really cool about it is that the water cuts or has eroded down the rock to form these little water slides that then dip into pools. And it's multiple tiers. It's really awesome.
And all of which are fresh glacier water from the mountain.
Yep, the mountain's just literally right up there, and this is freezing water. I really want to take a dip though.
You should do it. Eric is such a little daredevil. I oftentimes am worried to death that he's just gonna fall off a cliff because he's always trying to get a better shot. He'll always like go on some cliffs near a waterfall or get as close as possible, and I'm always cringing to death that something's gonna happen to him. Like, there's a point where you just need to take a picture from a little distance and just call it a day. No, he has to get closer and closer. Oh, it stresses me out.
These shots are for you guys.
Okay, can you be careful?
We just made it to the top of the falls.
We kept climbing and we didn't know this, but we discovered that you can see the mountains right behind us.
The Wilkie's pools has about, I would say, 8 to 10 tiers of waterfalls and pools. And then when you get to the top, you have this amazing view of the mountain behind you.
It's gorgeous. We saw some other people down below who were climbing up here, and they are doing a polar bear plunge. Way more adventurous than us because I'm freezing right now.
I'm at least gonna go dip my feet in. I don't know if I'm brave enough to get all the way in because then I'm gonna have wet clothes when I have to walk back up this, and that wouldn't be fun.
Eric has this obsession with doing polar bear plunges wherever we go. He's like, I really want to get in. I want to get in. I'm like, you're crazy. I could just fill up an ice cold bathtub for you, honey, and you could have that polar bear plunge.
I'm naturally hot-blooded, so getting in a cool pool out in the wilderness is just the best.
But we had no idea you could see the mountain behind us. It was really a surprise.
A good surprise. So once we get back to the car, we're gonna start heading north, and we're gonna go to another waterfalls. We are supposed to be going to Bridal Falls, which looks amazing, and it has
a really cool name.
It has a great name.
I feel like I've heard of that in a movie, Bridal Falls, like the river that runs through it or something. They're gonna meet us at Bridal Falls. Yeah, river runs through it. I wonder if it's the same one. I'll take a look at that anyway.
I don't know. There could be multiple Bridal Falls. I don't know if this is the same one, but it might be. I did the polar bear plunge. It was definitely worth it. It was extremely cold. One of the more colder waters I have actually dipped into, and I've went surfing out in the ocean in Western Washington, so like up over by La Push in Canada. So that's pretty cold. You don't have to worry about a wetsuit because your body goes numb after about 2 minutes. But now my underoos are all freezing cold and wet, and we've got to start hiking back up to the car so we can get going on our way. So guys, we unfortunately are not going to be able to go to Bridal Falls today.
It's just going to get dark and we have a 4-hour drive back to Jason's place in Auckland.
Now we are going to try to leave really early in the morning, like 6 in the morning. That way we can make sure that we get to see it tomorrow.
But you may be wondering where we're at, and we did make one detour on our road trip. We are at
the Three Sisters.
And her mister.
No. And Elephant Rock.
Okay.
There were 4 sisters, but one already got taken to sea.
Taken from the sea. It's good. We've heard it's kind of like 12 Apostles, so we're really looking forward to see and compare the two.
But we've got a little bit of a walk to the ocean to go check them out, and we will see you then. So this place is pretty cool. It's got black volcanic sand, which is not like regular sand. It almost kind of feels gummy when you walk on it. It's really cool. And then there's all these like circle rocks that I'm assuming fell down from the cliff face. But yeah, this place is pretty beautiful. The weather north of the mountain that we were at earlier is really bad. It has been raining off and on the whole time. The clear skies have not reached north yet, so we're pretty much just following this storm. But you can see over the ocean, the clouds are getting a little bit thin, so the sunshine is just starting to push through them. It's giving it a really cool effect.
Made it to Elephant Rock. I don't like to admit this, but for the longest time I didn't see the elephant. It wasn't until I was taking photos that I saw it. There's the trunk, there's the legs, and there's the bootay. It is actually very cool, and I can definitely see why it's called Elephant Rock. It's hard to get a good picture of it because it's so massive, but the way that the sun is reflecting behind it is so gorgeous.
As you can see, here are the Three Sisters. They are pretty much just 3 pillar formations that are still standing, being slowly eroded away by the ocean. Geology's just cool, guys.
To the Three Sisters, and it's really incredible to think that one of the sisters was swallowed up by the sea. Right now we're really fortunate because there's low tide, so we're able to come out on the beach and kind of like look at all these 4 rock formations up close and personal. You don't realize how vast they are when you're up on a bluff just taking a picture, but being close by them is really surreal, and it's kind of a cool thing, never done before.
If you're gonna do a New Zealand road trip, then the Three Sisters and the elephant is definitely a good stop to do.
Yeah, we had no idea what to expect, but coming down here and seeing everything really up close and personal with low tide was awesome.
Now, one thing, make sure you have a change of socks because it's pretty wet down here, and this is our third stop today. We've gotten our feet wet.
We're gonna leave it here for our New Zealand road trip, but thank you so much for watching and see you around the world.
Bye guys.
Bye.